Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good whatever it is, wherever you are. Hi, I'm Teacher Oakley, and welcome to Verbling. Once again, it's idioms time. In today's class, we will direct our attention to idioms that related to the concept in English, kind of a metaphor or analogy, which is very strong in English, that life is a gamble. We often compare life to horse racing or throwing dice or a card game. Lots of idioms that reference gambling in relation or relative to things that happen in life, and often business as well. So that's kind of our central theme today. As usual, of course, we'll be doing a number of exercises together, taking turns doing exercises and discussing the idioms as they come up, clarifying the meaning and talking about when they're used. Okay, so let me welcome everyone, do a little mic check, and we'll get started. Hi, Senia. How are you today?
Hello, I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm well, thanks. I think I'm doing okay. I think. Okay. Heidi, hello. Welcome back.
Hello, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you, as always. Hogan is with us again. Hi, Hogan.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Hogan, okay, let's talk about your picture for just a minute.
Right.
All right. Did you go to one of those places where you can take pictures? They have all these paintings on the wall and like 3D.
That's right.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, this is kind of a little museum located in Jeju Island in Korea.
Okay.
Yep.
I took my daughters to one of those last weekend. So
a lot of kids there.
yeah, they're fun. Okay. Just checking. Okay, and also Michael is with us. Hi, Michael.
How are you?
I'm okay. It sounds like you are vacuuming the floor in a submarine.
Now it's better? Could be better now?
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Much
Sometimes
better.
happen the same when my laptop is closed. I don't know why, but only sometimes the sound is not good. But that happens sometimes. Okay.
All right, much better now. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And that's why we do a mic check. Okay. All right, let's go. Let's get started. All right. As we sometimes do, we're going to warm up today looking at some literal meanings of a bunch of words, nouns, and verbs that have to do with gambling. So, make sure that you guys have a good, clear understanding of words that will come up in the lesson as keywords in the idiom. So here we go, some literal meanings. All right. In this case, we're actually looking at definitions. So we'll go right to the point of understanding these words. Okay, Senia, number one, if you could read it, please.
If you get 3 aces when you are playing poker, you probably have a winning jackpot.
No. Jackpot is what you win. So you will probably win the jackpot, okay, but no. They're talking about what you're actually holding. In a typical game of poker, say 5-card stud, whatever, as an example, you're actually holding 5 cards in your hand, and it's
hand?
It's hand. The hand refers not to your physical part of your body, but the actual 5 cards. That's your hand. Okay.
Okay.
All right. And that is true in all card games, by the way, just so you know. It doesn't matter if you're playing gin rummy or pinochle or anything. The cards that you're holding is your hand. Yeah. All right. Ken has joined us. Let me just give a quick shout out. Hi, Ken. Welcome. Welcome, 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 welcome. Whoa. Ouch. That hurt, Ken. I don't know what's going on with your audio, but that was painful. I hope he fixes that before he comes back. Okay. Heidi, number 2, please.
Before a football match, the captain tosses a coin to see who will start the game.
Yes, they do. Okay. Also, related to gambling, you can throw dice or toss the dice is very common. It might come up in the lesson. If it doesn't, it's a very common expression. It's a toss of the dice, meaning it's risky. It's chancy. I don't know if you should do it. It's kind of a toss of the dice. Yes, they do. Heidi, when they... Very loud. I'm not sure what's going on. Ken, I'm not sure what that is, buddy, but it's like really loud feedback or static. Okay, anyway. Heidi, when they toss the coin, okay, what is the captain? One of the captains has to call. What do they call?
Pardon?
What when they? Okay, actually, the referee tosses the coin. The captain of each team picks, or one of them has to pick. What do they pick on the coin? Okay, I'm not being clear. They pick heads or tails. Heads or tails. Sorry, I wasn't being clear with my question, I suppose. Heads or tails is what they have to choose. One of them picks heads, so the other automatically gets tails. If you want to mess with somebody, you offer to flip a coin to see who pays the lunch check. And you tell them, heads I win, tails you lose. And before they think about it, you flip the coin and say, oh, I'm sorry, it's heads I win. Or, oh, I'm sorry, it's tails you lose.
Sometimes I see it in the Western movie.
Yeah.
Which go first, then they toss the coin.
Yep.
That coin reverse and suffer the same later.
What's that?
Both sides were the same.
Oh, yeah. They have those. Yeah, I had one of those when I was a kid, a trick coin that had both sides tails, I think it had. Yeah, right. Yeah, you could cheat. All right, let me quickly welcome Christian to the class. Hello, Christian. How are you today?
Good morning, Oakley. How are you?
I'm pretty good, thank you. Welcome to the class.
Thank you. Can you hear me very well today? Because I had a problem yesterday with my microphone.
Very clearly. Yep.
Very clearly. Because I bought a new headset yesterday and
success. It's very clear.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Great. Okay, Hogan, number 3.
Number 3, the blank in favor of winning the national lottery are about 14 million to 1. That's odds?
That's odds, okay? Percentage or probability, whatever.
Chances?
2 to 1 chances, yeah. 2 to 1 odds means there's 2 odds, 2 chances you won't win, and 1 chance you will. If you're betting and you bet, for example, I have successfully done this before. You bet on a team to win the championship at 20 to 1. If you bet 1,000, you win 20,000. It's great when that happens. Yay! Okay, those are the odds. That's what you say in gambling, betting on sports or betting the lottery, something like that. You don't say chances or probability or percentage. You say odds. Okay, Michael, number 4.
When you are playing cards, one person deals the cards to the other players.
Yep, that's it exactly. That describes the action of passing one card to each player one at a time. That's the deal. To deal. Exactly. Okay.
It could be the same with other kind of thing. Not only cards. Could be to deal some food or to deal some drinks or something like that.
Well, that's a very good question. No, we don't. Well, huh. I think maybe once or twice I have heard it used in that kind of idiomatic way, as you know, to talk about, okay, deal out the, okay, your job is to deal out the sacks of rice to everyone in the church. I don't know, something like that, where you're dividing a whole bunch of things. I have heard it that way, but rarely. Rarely.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. But in regards to specifically cards, there really is no other verb. I can't think of any other way to say that. And it can be a noun. It's your deal. Okay. Go ahead and deal the cards. It's your deal. Okay. Christian, number 5.
The top prize you can win in a lottery is a jackpot.
Yes, it is. Okay.
Every day I pray, to have a jackpot at the lottery, and I lose every day.
As it said earlier, about your chances are about 14 million to 1. So
you saw the lottery in USA. It's what, 1.5 billion.
Crazy.
The last time. Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy. Out of control. Yeah. Okay. The lottery, yes, absolutely. It's called the jackpot. When you're gambling cards, playing poker, generally you refer to the money in the middle of the table as the pot. By the way, a word that's not here that is used idiomatically, when you play poker, everybody needs to put a certain amount in the pot at the beginning before the deal, before they get their cards. That's called an ante. So it's very common. For example, you're all going for a pizza. You and 3 people from work. You're going to split a pizza. When it's time to pay, you might say, "Hey, Christian, ante up. We all put our money in. It's time for you to ante up." So that is used idiomatically when you're, dividing money. That's very common. You will hear that used idiomatically. Put money in the pot. Ante up. Okie doke. Okay, Ken is back. Shall we risk talking to Ken?
Yes. I don't know what happened.
Oh, thank heavens.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm greatly relieved because you're now clear and calm.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, thank you for fixing that. Okay. Ken, I might as well go right to you. You're right on time to take your turn here. Number 6.
Okay. The money that you gamble on a horse, for example, is our jackpot?
No. Jackpot is what you win if you win the big prize.
Money is deals.
No. Okay, you want to bet $100 on Pumpkinhead to win. That $100 is your
stake.
Yes. Okay. That is correct. So, okay, this co-locates a lot of things. High stakes means it's very risky, but you can win a lot. The stakes are low. meaning it's not that risky, but you won't win very much, but it's not very risky. If you're a stakeholder in a company, that means you own shares. You own part of the company. All right. Sweepstakes are kind of like a lottery. They're usually run by private companies. However, it used to be in America, a big magazine distributor would have the Publishers Clearinghouse Sweepstakes. It was very famous. I don't even know if it exists anymore. Yeah, so lots of collocation with stake or stakes has to do with money and risk. Okay, moving on. Senia, back to you. Number 7, please.
Okay. If you bluff when playing cards, you pretend to have a better cards than you actually have. If you... No? Chips.
No.
Or...
You got the first one right. If you bluff, you pretend to have a better hand again.
Okay,
Remember,
hand.
the card you're holding is your hand. Yeah, okay.
Then you actually have...
Yeah.
If you bluff your way, again, yes?
Yep. Again? Yeah. Okay.
It means that you pretend to know a lot about something, when in fact you know very little.
Okay. Huh. Where is
Strange.
Okay, wait a minute. If you bluff, it has to be bluff. Yeah, you pretend to have a better hand. I don't know where sleeve comes in. I was looking at sleeve and I don't know. I don't know where that comes in, and that must be very British, and I just have no reference. I have no idea what that means. Hand fits here perfectly. You pretend to have a better hand than you actually have. Yeah. So again, if you bluff your way, bluff is used specifically for cards, but you're lying or pretending. If you bluff your way, you're lying or pretending, but it can be used specifically for cards or just for anything. In a business meeting, you don't know what you're talking about. You're bluffing your way. Or you pretend that you're going to do something that you really do not intend to do. You're bluffing. Okay.
I thought this place should be sleep
Where?
if you sleep your way, because there are no place to use sleep.
Yeah, it might, but yeah, again, I don't know. Hang on. I'll check it out. I'll see if I can figure it out. It's obviously the meaning is very British, and it's one I had no idea. When I kind of reviewed this before class, I didn't even notice that I wasn't even using sleeve. It doesn't. I don't know, but bluff and hand and bluff fit perfectly here. So I don't know what sleeve is or where it belongs. Anyway, Heidi, go ahead, number 8.
In a casino, you don't use money, you use chips.
Chips. That's right, poker chips. Sometimes called poker chips, but just chips. That's right, you have to cash your money in and they give you little discs that you use that represent money. Okay. Let's move on to some idioms. In this exercise, we're going to fill in the blank with one of the idioms here. This exercise is in the form of a dialogue, so I guess you can get the idea of what it might sound like in a conversation where one person speaks. The arrow indicates an answer. All right. Hogan, can you start with number 1?
Number 1. Jim's been made redundant again. So what does it mean? Jim's been made redundant again?
Well, here we go. Very British again. Okay, Americans generally don't use this, but it means that Americans would say he's laid off. Jim's
laid off. Okay.
Jim's been laid off, which means he's not fired. You know, you're fired because you do something wrong or you
Yeah.
don't perform. You're laid off because the business they can't afford to pay you for
Okay.
whatever reason. Yeah.
Right.
So, yep.
Yeah. Jim's been made redundant again. He has had no luck at all in the last 10 years. You're right. If you ask me, he has been dealt a lousy hand.
Yep. He's been dealt a lousy hand. So yeah. Okay, there's a lot of kind of variations on this theme. So let me talk. He got a bad deal. He got a raw deal. A bad deal, a raw deal, meaning the same thing. He got a lousy hand. He was dealt a bad hand. There's a lot of different ways to say this, but the central idea is the same. Through just random luck, his life, whatever has happened to him, has not been good. It's more often than not used negatively, but it can be used positively. You know, he was very lucky. You know, he was just dealt a great hand and he played it well. We even continue with the idea of playing the cards. He was dealt a good hand and he played it really well. So, you know, good for him.
So in this sentence, the lousy hand is like a bad luck or something?
Yeah, it refers to hand as in the cards you're holding, which is all luck. You know, you shuffle the cards and you deal them out. Nobody knows what anyone's going to get. You get a great hand, you get a bad hand. It's that whole concept.
Okay.
And again, so the idiomatically or metaphorically, there's a lot of variations on this. Yeah. He got a bad hand. He was dealt a bad hand. He got a raw deal. He got a bad deal. Raw deal is kind of a weird one. But that's what it refers to. Okay. Michael, number 2.
There's no way we can afford to go on holiday this year. Don't worry, I've got an idea I haven't told you about yet. Thank goodness you've always got something up your sleeve.
Okay. You've always got something up your sleeve is correct, which is the only way I can think about sleeve and gambling. Somebody who cheats at cards has a card hidden up their sleeve. It's the classic card cheater trick. I don't know if people really do this. It's so obvious, but you see it in Western movies sometimes. Anyway, it's the classic idea of card cheater. You think about them having a card up their sleeve. If somebody has something up their sleeve, they have a surprise. Oh, what are you doing for Mom's birthday this year? Don't worry, I have something up my sleeve. Meaning, don't worry, I have some surprise planned. Okay. Well, there you go. An idea I haven't told you about. It's a secret. Okay, but it all comes from the idea of cheating at cards, actually, having a surprise card up your sleeve. Okay, Christian, number 3, please.
I have decided to give up my job and so go self-employed. Well, go luck. Working for yourself can be a bit of gamble, maybe?
Yep.
No. Yeah, it's one. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, can be. It's got to be a noun here. So there we go. Yeah. A bit of a gamble. Yep.
A bit of gamble. Yeah.
Okay. Pretty straightforward in the meaning there. Gambling is obviously risky. So that's it. It's a gamble. Just basically means it's risky.
Okay, you can say also it's at stake, maybe? No?
No. No. You have to say what's at stake. Okay, if something's at stake, there's a lot at stake. There has to be an amount, or okay, my marriage is at stake. Okay, I have $50,000 at stake in this company. You're talking about what you have to lose specifically.
Okay.
Okay. But that, yes, that is another idiomatic use of stake. Alrighty. Ken, number 4.
I've just got a job at Maxis. Congratulations. They're a good company to work for. If you play your cards right, you'll do very well there.
Very good. Yes, you are correct. What is Maxis? I have no idea.
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't either. Yeah. Obviously a company. What is it? Restaurant? I don't know. Okay, anyway, if you play your cards right, I think earlier, quite by accident, when I was talking about, you can say he was dealt a good hand and he played his cards right. I think it slipped out. It's kind of automatic. I didn't even think about it. So a common idiom to you, how you do everything, how you negotiate, how you work, the relationships you develop in the workplace, frequently used about work and getting promotions and going up through the ranks, up the corporate ladder. Frequently used to talk about that. But it can be used for other things. You know, Bob is really interested in Marcia, and if he plays his cards right, she might marry him. Okay, can be used for other things. Okay, moving on. Back to you, Senior, number 5.
I think the company is having a bad year, from what I heard. Well, we'll just have to work that bit harder. We usually go when something about chips.
Yeah.
When the chips are done.
Okay, what's that mean, Senior, when the chips are down?
When their atmosphere is the company not so well and money not so good.
When the atmosphere is not so good, yeah. Good is, remember, good's an adjective. So,
well.
Okay, another way to say that, when the going gets tough. Okay, meaning the same thing. When the chips are down. When it's really important. Okay. Yes, it's implied that obviously things are not, and yes, it's definitely obvious that things are not going well at the company or with whatever. It's often used in sports. Ooh, they're losing the football match with 10 minutes to play. They're losing 2-1. The chips are down. The going's getting tough. Okay, it's really the crucial moment. It in addition to obviously it's negative or bad, there's also the idea that this is the crucial time when you need to perform. Yeah. Okay. And always remember, when the going gets tough, the tough go shopping. Okay, a kind of ridiculous and silly expression. It is a joke. But most Americans know that one. I don't even know where that comes from, but it's kind of silly. Heidi, last one, number 6, please.
I hope the weather clears up by the weekend. I've promised I'll take the kids on a picnic.
Something if I were you. Okay.
I wouldn't play money on it.
Okay. Americans say the same thing but differently. I wouldn't bet on it, and it's really common.
If I were you, you know
Yeah.
what it can be like.
Yeah. I wouldn't bet on it is a very, very common expression for Americans. You hear it a lot. Meaning, obviously, meaning I wouldn't be so sure. Okay, I wouldn't. It's just negative. It's just a general comment for anything. Oh, I think Donald Trump will be the next president. I wouldn't bet on it. I want a taco. I want a chicken taco from the neighborhood stand. They always run out. I wouldn't bet on it if I were you. Literally anything and everything you can hear this about. It's very common. Oh no, Christian. Oh no, what?
No, Donald Trump president, please.
Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah, okay. Okay.
No, please.
Yeah. All right. Don't get nervous. Just an example. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, let's another round.
Just to make sure that if you say bet, so you have to say bet on it, right?
I wouldn't bet. Yeah, you do. Good question.
Yeah, because you just said wrote in the bet it, so I just want to make sure that on is between bet and it.
Bet on it. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay. And that reminded me, I'm glad you brought that up because that's a very good point. And also, as an affirmative, okay, I wouldn't bet on it is clearly a negative. It's very common, instead of saying okay or yes, to say you bet. Okay. So make sure you come to my house for dinner on Saturday. You bet. I'll be there. It's a strong affirmative. Very, again, super common. You bet. You betcha. Sometimes which makes no sense. Here's some English that makes absolutely no sense at all. It's absolutely crazy. I never thought about it. I grew up saying this like every day. And it sounds like you betcha. What we're really saying is you bet you, which is actually ludicrous. It actually is incomprehensible and makes no sense. But it is very common expression to show strong affirmation, strong yes. Okay, Hogan. Anyway, Hogan, round 2, very similar to the last exercise, but a whole new crop of idioms. Go ahead,
Okay.
number 1.
Number 1. So, why do you think I've been chosen to make the speech? Don't ask me. It's just the luck of the draw.
Yep, lucky you.
Just luck.
Just the luck of the draw. Okay, now, notice, okay, this is a good example because notice the conditions here. Notice the context. The first guy is going, oh my God, I have to give a speech. Why me? And the second person justifies it by, it's just the luck of the draw. Somebody who was chosen to do something, somebody who, whatever, a piano falls out of a window and falls on your head in the street. Wow, how did that happen? Why did that happen to him? It's just the luck of the draw. These things happen. It's random. It's a way of expressing that nobody's out to get you. It's not a plan. It's just random. It's kind of exaggerating the randomness of the event you're talking about.
So in this case, this is a good or bad?
It could be good. Oh, good question. It could be used in a good situation or a bad situation.
Mm-hmm.
More often than not, it's probably used in a bad situation. But it can definitely be used in a good situation. Sure.
So for example, if you say like, why me? That means kind of in bad situation, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Absolutely. Right. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. It could be good, though. could be something good. Okay. All right. They asked you to. Okay. We would like you to ask Hillary Clinton a question at the at the town meeting. Why me? Just the luck of the draw. You just random. That's all. Okay. Great. Like that. So it could be something good, something you want to do, something you don't want to do. Neutral. Doesn't matter. Just emphasizes the randomness. Okay. Michael, number 2, please.
When you start negotiating, let the other person make the first offer. Never show your hand too early.
Yep. You may hear variations. Never show your cards too early. Never show your hand too early. By the way, very similar to this concept, you don't want your competition or adversary to see your hand. Okay. If you hold, okay, how does this? Wait a minute. Hold your cards close to the vest. Okay, hold your cards close to the vest. What do you think that means, Michael? He holds his cards close to the vest. Yeah.
Don't show your possibilities, or don't show your. Don't show the
Yeah.
what is your power.
You don't show your power. You don't show your options. You don't show everything that you have at your disposal. Everything that you can do to whatever, win the negotiation, make the deal, get a promotion, whatever. You don't talk a lot about your abilities or what you can do or your resources, who you can ask to help you, how much money you have to get something done, all those things, all your resources and abilities. So yes, this is also a common idiom. He holds his cards very close to the vest. We don't really know what he can do. Okay, very good. So yeah, this whole idea of keeping your hand concealed is kind of an overriding idea. All right, number 3. All right, Christian, number 3.
Yes. Okay. If you want my opinion, you'll have to change your attitude. Get to work 5 minutes early, not 5 minutes late, and stop spending all your time talking about your football. Do you realize your job at stake?
Okay, there you go. Right. Could be money at stake, could be something else. Your marriage, your job's at stake, what you have to lose. Right?
Your job. Yeah.
Your job, yeah. That's it. What do you have to lose? You can lose your job. Oh, you know what? There's more. Go ahead, Christian.
Sorry. Don't worry. I can look after myself. I can always. Don't worry, I can look after myself. I can always. A tooth up, maybe? No.
No.
No. Hit the jackpot, maybe.
No, but you're getting closer. I can. And then we see an adverb. It has to be a verb, the next word here. Grammatically speaking, sentence construction-wise. So you're getting closer with hit, the jackpot, but that's not it. Because we have out of trouble, it wouldn't make sense. You can hit the jackpot out of trouble.
If you have trouble, it's at stake. I can out of trouble.
Yeah.
You win. Against all the odds. Maybe no, I'm not sure.
No. Okay. I can always bluff my way out of trouble. He can tell lies. The boss says, "Oh, you're 5 minutes late again." "Oh, well, boss, that's because I was meeting with a client, and it looks like that deal is going to go down with the Johnson & Johnson company, and I'm set to make us lots of money, boss." "Oh, well, that's wonderful." He's totally lying. about meeting a client. Okay? He can bluff. He can lie. Okay. Basically, that's what it boils down to. You know, the concept of bluffing is looked at as a positive. Obviously, when you say he lies, that's clearly negative. He's good at bluffing probably means he's a very good negotiator. It's actually generally looked on as a good thing, even though it's just lying. Lying, yeah, it's lying, or at least if it's not outright telling a lie, it's allowing another person to think something that is not true. Allowing or encouraging false assumptions is also bluffing.
Okay.
Okay. Number 4, Ken.
I'm philosophical about failure. My view is against all the odds.
That's not really a view. That's a probability.
My view is at stake.
No. Think his philosophy of life. His view is think Aussie Aussie. Come see, come saw. You win. Okay. I almost said it by accident.
Toss up? A toss up.
You're getting closer.
On the cards.
No. All right. I'll save you here. You win some, you lose some. A basic expression that means, okay, you can't, okay, a similar, you can't win them all. You can't win them all, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't worry about the fact. It's a saying. It's an expression, basically meaning, you know, well, you win some, you lose some. So don't.
You cannot always get you want.
You can't always get what you want. But if you try sometime, you just might find that you get what you need.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, yes, okay, right. So you got it. A philosophy shared by Mick Jagger and the boys. Yeah, no doubt. Okay. I really do have to have the idioms from rock and roll class one of these days. Okay. Senia, back to you. Number 5.
Thanks for your advice, but I don't want to go to university.
In the real world.
I'll take my chances.
That's it. Okay. All right. The context is good here. We usually use this idiom. Well, it's a little bit idiomatic, but we use this expression usually talking about in the first person. I'll take my chances. You can use it to talk about somebody else. I think you're taking your chances by taking the job at ABC company. They don't have a very good reputation. But more often than not, we tend to use it to talk about ourselves. I'll take my chances. Whatever. It can be anything. In business, investing, getting a job, could be, I wouldn't date Susie if I were you. She's got a bad reputation. Hey, mind your own business. I'll take my chances. Worry about your own girlfriend. Something like that. So it can be used basically in any context. Okay. Number 6. Any life context. Number 6. Heidi's gone. Hogan, number 6.
Number 6. I don't know how they found that yachtsman in the South Atlantic. What's yachtsman?
A man on a yacht.
Okay.
I suppose. Okay. By the way, actually, there's quite a few compound nouns with the last word is man, M-A-N, whatever. be careful your pronunciation because it's going to be an unstressed. It's always going to be an unstressed syllable. So it's not gonna sound like the normal man. When you see the word man, it's man. But when it's part of a compound noun, it's more like man, sportsman, yachtsman, yardsman,
Yachtsman.
fieldsman. Yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
All right.
Okay, anyway,
Okay. All right.
proceed.
So I don't know how they found that yachtsman in the South Atlantic, but he survived against all odds.
Yeah, okay. Do you remember Hogan? There was that guy that they rescued, I don't know, about 6 months ago, and he had been at sea, stranded, or, he had been drifting around at sea for a ridiculous amount of time. Like, I don't remember, months. Not days, but months and months. Do you remember that?
I think I heard about that. He tried to follow very old age, like a Viking or something age. They just drifting and survived later and try to follow the path, I guess. I'm not
I
sure
don't know.
if that you're mentioning or not.
I'm not sure either. I don't really know that much about it.
Okay.
Senia, do you know what I'm talking about? Because I'm not sure I do.
Yes, it was some fishermen who, yes, who, how to say, who catch fish for food.
Yeah,
And there were
fisherman.
two men of the fishermen, yes, and one died and one survived.
That's right. That's it.
Okay,
Do you
that's
remember?
different than I know.
Do you remember how long he was at sea? It was like an insane amount of time.
I think it's over one year.
It was ridiculous. Who can survive at sea a year? It was insane. Okay. So, yes, there you go. Against all odds, meaning a very low probability of something happening. So we can use this again, any situation regarding life. Against all odds, Bob convinced Marcia to marry him. Against all odds, Bob got the promotion to vice president. Whatever the situation might be. Sometimes used sarcastically. Oh, they have chicken tacos today. Against all odds, they actually have them on the menu today. Great. Okay, I'm being sarcastic. They always run out. So, okay. Anyway. And notice, Senia, when you said fisherman. Not fisherman, but fisherman. There it is again. Okay. Moving on. Michael, number 7.
We can't decide where to go on holiday this year. It's black between Spain and Italy.
Okay.
It's a toss-up.
Excellent. You got it. That's right. Like throwing a coin, heads or tails. When you have a choice between two things and you really don't know which one you want, then it's a toss-up. Those two things could be literally anything. 2 possible jobs, 2 different pairs of shoes. Doesn't matter what it is. 2 different cars you're thinking about buying. Okay, so very widely used expression because it can be used for everything.
50-50 could be more or less the same.
50-50. It's 50-50 would be exactly expressing the same idea. And we use it the same way, in the same places and exactly the same sentence structure, everything. Yes, very good. Okie doke. Number 8. Let me hear from Christian again. Number 8.
Yes, I've passed my exam, got the travel grant, and been offered a fantastic job for when I get back. I guess I've the look of the draw? No.
Nope. This all
No.
sounds pretty good to me, Christian. Passed his exam. Okay, that's great. He got the travel grant. Oh, that's pretty cool. Fantastic job. Wow. Terrific.
Yeah.
Win-win-win.
It's a chance and luck.
No, not a
And
chance. He's already won everything he's ever wanted. He's won.
yes, he's won.
It's over. Game over. He won.
D. You win some, you lose some.
No, there's nothing
No.
about losing here. I have got to be a verb here with the auxiliary have.
Yeah. Take my chance.
Nope. He's already won. He has hit the
I hit
jackpot.
the jackpot. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. That means you say this when you've already won. Yep. You won everything. You won a whole lot. You hit the jackpot. Okay. And again, as most of these, again, the overriding idea, life is a gamble. So today's idioms, basically, you might have noticed, I might have mentioned it's often used in business, but basically all of these are used for life. So they can be used for any situation. Bob married Marcia. He really hit the jackpot. She's a model at she's a model for Victoria's Secret. Woohoo! He hit the jackpot. Okay, whatever. Any situation. Yeah, okay. Well, they got chicken tacos today. We hit the jackpot. Any situation. Again, the pretty common expression. Ken, number 9, please.
I think the government is going to have to put VAT up. It's been around for a while. They can't avoid it any longer.
Okay.
It's the at stake.
No. At stake is something that is used to refer to something that you are going to lose. There's nothing being lost here.
It's been a toss-up.
No. It's hard to tell, so let me help you out. You have to do a little inference here. So let me help you out. The idea here is that this was going to happen. This had to happen sooner or later. It's kind of predictable that the tax would have to go up. Taxes always seem to go up, but anyway. Okay. You can say it's been predictable for a while. It's been
On the cars.
yeah.
Okay.
On is a little weird for me. As an American, I would say in the cards. If something is in the cards, this is more. When I imagine, when I think of idioms, I often actually have a physical picture in my brain. That's the way my brain works. Okay, most of what today, all day during this class, the whole hour, I've been thinking about people sitting around playing poker, people throwing dice, I've been basically in a casino in my head this entire hour. Okay, however, this last idiom, in the cards or on the cards, I actually imagine in my head tarot cards, the cards that we use to predict someone's future. Tarot cards is the picture in my head, because that is actually what you're talking about, predicting. Okay. CAN, V-A-T, and often just spoken as VAT, is an acronym that stands for Value Added Tax. This is a tax that they put on basically, well, everything. Literally everything. This is also an excellent example of an oxymoron. Do you know what an oxymoron is?
No, I know.
Okay. What's an oxymoron, Michael?
I don't know.
Oh, I thought you said you did know. Okay. Anybody in class know what an oxymoron is?
No.
I'll give you another example. Jumbo shrimp. Okay, jumbo means huge. Shrimp means tiny. You put the words together, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Something that's huge using an adjective that, something that's very tiny using an adjective that's means really big. Yes, exactly, Ken. It's a contradiction. So this is okay. Here, many people say military intelligence is an oxymoron. They are not intelligent. Okay, contradiction. Definitely what I think is idiotic and crazy oxymoron regarding the military: friendly fire. When a soldier, let's say an American soldier, accidentally shoots another American soldier and kills him, that's called friendly fire. Really? It's friendly? Were there little smiley faces painted on the bullets? What the hell is that? Friendly fire. Really crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's an oxymoron. So, value-added tax really is, if you think about it, it's complete nonsense. How does having to pay more money in a tax create any actual additional value to what you're buying? Does it make the tomatoes worth more because you have to pay more for them? And no, I don't. I'm just not seeing it myself. I think it's funny, these kinds of goofy things there. All right, we've only got a minute or two left. Can we do this really fast? Put the verbs into the expressions below. Okay, let's give it a try. Senia, number 1.
I've been dealt a lousy hand.
I'm sorry to hear that, Senia. Very good. Number 2, Hogan.
If you play your cards right.
All right, if you play your cards right, you might get that promotion. Okay, very good. Michael, number 3.
I wouldn't put money on it.
Okay, Americans tend to say I wouldn't bet on it. Very good. Christian, number 4.
I have to take something up on my sleeve.
What?
Take.
No.
Take. No.
No.
I have a got, maybe.
Yeah.
Or put. Got, yeah. Yeah.
I've got something up my sleeve. Okay, I've got a secret little surprise. Ken, number 5.
Don't show your hand to Ari.
That's it. Okay, and last of all, I'll take my chances. I'll risk it, basically. Okay, and right on time. We're just about out of time, so I bid you all adieu. Thank you very much. You guys have a great day. Take care.
Thank you,
Thank
Hogan.
you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.